Hey, I'm Ace, and this is Cross Culture. And I wouldn't wish you all a happy Juneteenth. But what does that really mean? I know it's been a long time, but I'm coming back to you guys on Juneteenth. And this video is going to be a little bit shorter. It's just to go over a little bit of what Juneteenth actually is and, how it came about. So, the Civil War of America is one of the big wars. Like, most people hear Civil War and they already know what it's all about. The Civil War was fought between the North and the South of the United States. And the issue that they were fighting over was slavery. Whether black people, like myself, should be seen as property, which was the thinking of the South, and whether they should be seen as people, which was the thinking of the North. So the North and the South fought against each other. Um, Many people state that in the Civil War, you could have been killing your own cousin. That's how close it was, you know? So after the North won the Civil War, President Lincoln in 1863 signed the Emancipation Proclamation, a document that stated that there shouldn't be any more slavery. But for 2 years after that document was signed, there was still slavery in Texas. And the place that's cited as the last holdout for slavery is Galveston, Texas. It took federal agents to go into Galveston, Texas, and to basically shut down slavery. And it happened on June 19th, 1865. 2 years after the war had been won, 2 years after slavery had been abolished, 2 years after black rights had started in earnest, there was still slavery. And that's what Juneteenth is all about. It's not about black power, it's not about black people trying to steal a day or to usurp power or anything like that. It's simply a day that we commemorate the emancipation of the very last slave in America. That the former thinking that people of my skin tone were actually property versus being living, breathing human beings. With everything that's going on nowadays, with the police brutality, it's not us wanting to be treated better than anybody. It's wanting to be treated equally, to where our skin tone doesn't denote what happens to us. There are good and bad people of every skin tone, if you wanted to argue that fact. But we, as black people, have been seen as some very vicious things. Um, and I don't want to get into it too much now. I'll save that for another video. But, racial profiling is a big thing. Parents having to teach their children how to be Black, not in a cultural sense, but how to navigate certain social situations, shouldn't have to exist. So in saying Happy Juneteenth, just wanted to state that it's something that's not really in schools. It's something that's not really taught. Some Black people don't even know about it. I myself didn't learn about it until about 2-3 years ago. I was speaking to somebody who's younger than me, and they hadn't heard about it until about 2 years ago. So that means that it's still not being taught in schools. And I spoke to someone who's a few years older than me, and they didn't even have a clue what Juneteenth was. We live in a place that's called the land of the free. And I feel like maybe we're not free of everything. Yes, we may come and go as we please, but when the shackles of racism are still around us, even as free people, it puts a damper on things. So just some food for thought. Until next time, stay prayed up and be blessed.